Welcome to episode 61 of Bee's Travelogue. My third day in Seoul was the actual Chuseok day. I was heading out to meet my Korean friend that I had met on my bus ride to Haenam in episode 55, the Haenam mountain cable car. She said when I was coming to Seoul I should meet with her, and it just so happened that her friend from Bangkok was there as well. So we agreed to meet and she was going to show us her university. I was early, but they were both running late, so I explored the area and went to different shopping malls and grocery stores. Finally, we met up and went to Sogang University. This is where my friend had gone to university while she was still in Korea. Later on, for her master's degree, she went to the United States, and that's where she met her friend from Thailand. Because it was Chuseok, a lot of the places in the university were closed, so we found a small restaurant and ate lunch there. After lunch, we walked around the university some more. Most of the students were gone to see their families, but there were a few students around. Once again, I realized how similar universities are all around the world. There were athletic fields, theater arts buildings, student centers, and residence halls. Each one was unique, of course, but in a way, they were also very similar, especially if you think how spread out they were across the world. And yet, every time you're at a university campus, you almost feel at home. Around 3 o'clock, we went our separate ways, and I went to Doksugung Palace, the other palace in downtown Seoul, right across from the city hall. This palace was much bigger than I had imagined from the outside, and I kept walking around taking pictures from almost every angle. The sky that had been very interesting before was starting to clear up, and more blue sky and sunlight was coming out. Once again, everywhere you looked was Namsan Tower. Doksugung, or Dokso Palace, is one of the 5 grand palaces in Seoul. It is much smaller than Gyeongbokgung. It is the last palace built during the Joseon era and contains both Western style and Korean style buildings. As I was walking westward, I came to the museum that is housed inside the grounds of Doksugung. I was debating whether I should go inside, but then decided that there were other things I wanted to see more. This was my second to last night in Seoul, and I only had so much time to see everything I wanted to see. So I left the area of the museum, which was very beautiful, and headed back toward the large throne hall. This is one of the views you see in many K-dramas, the big courtyard and the throne hall at the end, and the king walking toward the throne hall and court officials lining the sides. When I left the palace, I crossed the street and came to this fountain near City Hall and the library. They were setting up for an event that was going to start later in the evening. I tried to find out what was going on and who was playing and at what time. It was going to be around 7:30. I chose not to wait, but to walk around and explore Seoul some more. My first stop was Cheongye Plaza. This area had once been a major highway through the center of Seoul. Since then, the area has been repurposed. The long stream going through the area is lined by walkways. There are chairs and books to borrow, so that it's become a public library. A lot of people in Seoul like to hang out here during hot summer days to read books, meet other people, and listen to small concerts. I first noticed this stream in the K-drama Love Struck in the City with Ji Chang-wook. There's one scene that plays in the middle of the stream, and the rocks at the bottom are quite noticeable, the way they are arranged, and I recognized them right away when I walked along the stream here. I walked quite far, actually. It was pretty, and the buildings on either side were really interesting to look at. As the sun was going down, it was time for me to return to the city hall where the concert or event was taking place. I walked back westward in that general direction, but this time I walked along the street to get a different view. And then I saw a building that caught my interest. You can see it here. It looked quite interesting, and I thought there might be a platform up there. However, when I reached it, I could go inside, but it was impossible to go up. So at that point, I headed to Gyeonggamon Square to see the statue of Lee Sun-shin once again. From there, it was not far to City Hall, just a couple of blocks. I found the event going on, lots of people sitting on the grass and watching what was unfolding. And what I first saw was a comedy act where somebody was running around the field and people were laughing, but I didn't really know exactly what was going on. Then there was another performance by some group, very colorful group. And then there were people on stage performing classical music. It was nice, but it really wasn't how I wanted to spend my second to last evening in Seoul. I was hungry and decided to head toward Myeongdong Market. The lights were coming on all over the city. It wasn't too far, and along the way I passed several restaurants with the billboards outside showing the various dishes you could order, but none of them looked like I would want to order them, so I decided to go and get some street food. As before, Myeongdong Market was very crowded. There was food everywhere along the street. All sorts of different Korean food. I didn't have too much cash on me, so I had to carefully select what I wanted to spend it on. I had this egg bread and was pleasantly surprised. It was very sweet and delicious. A lot of people were eating these candied fruits or had these potatoes on a stick. There were also a lot of different varieties of meat or seafood. As usual, I wanted to eat kebab, but the prices deterred me. Instead, thinking of my daughter and her love for dumplings, I actually ordered dumplings by myself for the first time, and they were very good. There was tteokbokki, octopus and squid, all sorts of pork and seafood, lobster. And then finally I decided to have the cheese sticks that I had walked past a few times that really looked interesting. It was good, but could have been tastier in my opinion. Even after I ran out of money, I walked around a little bit more and took pictures of everything that I could see. Then finally I went to a bus station and took a bus back to my Airbnb. For my final day in Seoul, I went to the Olympic Park. Please join me. Thank you for watching.